Faithful warriors, the WiZaRd here. Now, last night I've seen a variety of reports and video of our supposed victory over the Dakota Access Pipeline. And yes, many of us have erupted into celebration and jubilee. However, I recommend not celebrating too prematurely. You don't want to speak too soon, because the wheels are always in spin, if you remember the words from Bob Dylan. And thus we have a lot of work to do. We still have a great deal of work to do. The battle is far from over yet. And I'm calling on all of my warriors who are at the Sacred Stone camps and their satellite camps to remain united, stand strong, shoulder to shoulder, in unity and solidarity, with courage and in prayer. The only way we can achieve this victory is when the construction is halted for good, once and for all, and all the earth-moving machines are removed, and all the fascist goon squads pack up their gear and leave Turtle Island. Then and only then we will have a full victory. But until then, we cannot rely on words of from officials. Remember, and officials, corporate and government officials alike, they can say one thing and do something that's totally the opposite of what they're saying. And there are times you may have to rely on some good old-fashioned intuition. Trust your instincts. Because words and sugar-coated spins, they could deceive you. Do not allow yourself to be lulled to sleep by rosy speeches. Sometimes you got to be skeptical. Like I said, officials can say one thing and do something that's totally the opposite. And they make promises, but they don't back it with proof. And so we must be skeptical and vigilant, stand strong, and in prayer. And I would like to thank all of our water protectors for doing a spectacular job and the sacrifices that they have made, and for their courage. I would like to extend the deepest love and respect and honor to our veterans who are at the Standing Rock, in solidarity with our fellow Indigenous warriors, working shoulder to shoulder, side by side, and putting themselves in harm's way to protect our water protectors. I'd like to thank all of you veterans for doing this. It's good to have some like-minded people who have a duty to uphold the Constitution and to defend our rights to peaceful assembly, the freedom of speech, and yes, our right to worship freely the way we choose to worship. And so we have a great deal of work to do to save and protect not only our water environment, our wildlife, as well as our earth, but also our freedom. There's a lot at stake right now, and for those who are thinking that we won, it's time to pack up and return home, don't jump to conclusions here. Just stick around. You might have a great deal of work to do, and just hang and just stay, and continue lending the support to our Indigenous sisters and brothers. And I know that the weather is so brutally cold, so do what you can to try to stay warm. The weather is not all that great. You got a blizzard. But even Mama Nature could provide a little bit of that, a defense. So you might get a little bit of a mixed blessing. Although the weather has been horribly treacherous, but it may even serve a purpose for our cause. Because, the construction workers, they cannot work in these type of conditions. So this might give us a little bit of a reprieve. So rely on the Creator. Don't trust your word on mainstream media, because all they spew out is PR spins and propaganda. Be vigilant, and be brave, and be strong. Standing united. And you know that united we stand, divided we fall. The future of our earth greatly rests in our hands. And I'm saying each and every one of you at Standing Rock, medicine prayers, strength, courage, and safety. Be safe. And defend yourself if you have to. Do what it takes to defend yourself against these Nazi goon squads. And stand up for your rights. And don't give up the fight. Words of wisdom from the great Bob Marley. Never give up the fight. And for all of our like-minded citizens worldwide, continue showing our solidarity. Rallies and marches, sacred dances. And thank you, New Zealand, for showing your solidarity and support for our great noble cause. As your warriors are doing the haka. I like this. If need be, send some of your warriors to Standing Rock and do the haka. It might scare the pants off of those goon squads. But be safe. And to all of our warriors at Standing Rock, try to stay warm. Aho.